Absolutely loved it. Then obviously it kind of helped me grow, create a team, found out what to do, what not to do.
My guest for this episode of Outstanding Claims is Amin Abdullah. He studied maths at Birmingham University and has held several roles in insurance pricing. Working his way up, he is now the pricing director for Tijuana in Saudi Arabia. So, let's hear from Amin. Hello, Amin. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Jeremy, you okay?
Yep, it's good. It's great to have you on. So, the first thing I'd like to ask you is, how did you get where you are today?
Sure. So I think, long story short, I had an interest in the career when I was about 17 years old, when I was in sixth form. Literally, someone just came to me and said, "Oh, do you like business?" I said, "Yes." "Do you like math?" I said, "Yes." And they go, "Oh, become an actuary." So I didn't become an actuary straight away. I decided to go and do a master's degree just in case things didn't work out. And I decided I don't want to be an actuary. Ended up in credit risk initially in the energy sector. And then about 2 years in, I was like, you know what, maybe I should go become an actuary now. Given that I was so looking forward to the career. So I started my career initially at BGL Group, then from there moved on to the AA. And I really got my big break in Payment Shield or Towergate, Adana Group as it is now called. And They gave me an opportunity where they said to me, look, you can join effectively a brand new pricing team. So there was no one in the team there. I was joining in London for a company that was based in Southport, which is north of Liverpool. And I said, I didn't realize at the time it was in Liverpool, but whatever, fine, just go with it. Came in and literally had to start from scratch with data, with modeling, optimization, everything from scratch. And so initially I was using Ernix, and then from there I had to move on to the Emblem and Radar. So it kind of really gave me the full experience of the end-to-end from starting a brand new project with brand new data and moving to optimization software. I mean, you've moving from one optimization software to another, you really get an understanding of and an appreciation of how do they differ, what are the similarities between them, what's the advantages and so forth. Absolutely loved it. Then obviously it kind of helped me grow, create a team, found out what to do, what not to do. As you do, I think one thing that really came out was testing and how important testing is. Then from there, moved on to Kingfisher Insurance, where I was doing personalized insurance and commercial lines. And as luck would have it, I was approached by an opportunity in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh. Saudi Arabia is a growing market. They've only penetrated 51% of the motor insurance market at the moment now. Like literally only 51% of people have got motor insurance. And there's a drive by the government to get more and more people on board. So obviously that in itself is exciting, the amount of growth that we're experiencing. And on top of that, I just thought, look, it's a new market, new regulation, brand new challenge. There'll be a lot that I can learn and there'll be a lot of value that I can add. So why not?
What's the biggest challenge about being in a country where things are developing?
I think the biggest challenge has been understanding the customers and the sentiment is very different to the UK. The regulator is a bit different. So someone might put 10 miles in a whole year just to get the cheapest price. So everyone's trying to do everything they can to get the cheapest price. So it's been a bit of a struggle, and the regulation changes very frequently. But it's so young, the market. We're constantly getting new regulations coming in, which completely throw a curveball our way.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting place to be. What would you say is your mission for insurance pricing?
So I think generally my vision for insurance pricing is getting it right. I think, especially with the UK market, we've seen a lot of blunders as of late. We've seen a lot of closures by a few MGAs closing down and whatnot. And I think a lot of that is because we're very reactive. We were in a hard market for a while, making good amounts of money and whatnot. And slowly we went into the soft market with COVID. And now we're in a situation where inflation are sky high. Everyone's trying to play catch up. No one knows the right amount of inflation to put through. We've gone to the point now where we're seeing price increase by 100% for your motor insurance. Now, we knew about the increase in inflation literally at the end of COVID, right? So it's not something that's is new. We knew about Brexit. We knew that something was going to happen along the lines. If we had preemptively planned for this and we knew, okay, this is what's going to happen, let's kind of preemptively plan for it, rather than trying to just increase our customer base, let's plan for it. I feel like a lot of insurance companies would have been in a much better place than they are now today. Plus, for customers, it feels unfair for them to suddenly get like almost 100% increase in their price. I think it's caused a lot of confusion in the market as well. So yeah, I mean, that's why I'm like, if we got it right, customers will be happy, companies will be happy, and these difficult decisions would have been made a lot sooner, a lot quicker.
And I imagine you don't have very much data yet. So what are your biggest challenges around that for setting your prices?
So actually, we actually have a lot of data, believe it or not. So Taiwan, yeah, are the biggest insurer in the market. We are the number one player in the insurance market in the Middle East region. So even though we only operate in Saudi Arabia, we are number one in the Middle East region. So I mean, no matter where you go, data is always going to be an issue, right? You're going to have data errors, data quality issues, data and whatnot. So data has been abundant.
What would you say is your vision for the future of general insurance pricing?
I think for me, it's more about understanding pricing. When we look at pricing, we need to realize that there's so many elements that go into it, right? So you've got the underwriter views, we've got all the data. But then right, might be like, wait a minute, there's something else going on in the market here that we need to kind of factor in. And then once you factor in the risk pricing, the underwriter's view, then you've also got the element of customer behavior. How are customers behaving? Are they more likely to buy a policy given certain features, certain benefits, and so forth? And I think I've said this before, like, price isn't always the central focus. Whilst it is the first thing that you see, there are other things that you can do to attract customers.
Yep.
And if people have a good understanding of pricing, then after that, it's all about what does the product offer me in addition to this. I think Vitality have done a great job with the health insurance side of things, especially with introducing the Apple Watch or signing up to the health insurance policy. But it allows them to monitor you becoming fitter, healthier. It encourages you to become healthier and fitter. You'll get some reward on the back of it and some reductions in premium. This is the kind of thing that we should be doing more so from the motor market. Maybe even like considering something similar to a dash cam. People who care about the cause will be like more inclined to get these kind of products to minimize their risk. And it'll be easier.
That is brilliant. I mean, that sounds really interesting. It's great that you've got so much going on as well. Is there anything you would like to add?
Yeah, I think one thing I've noticed, especially over the last few years, is everyone rushing to the machine learning and data science. And so the thing is, I think it's great that we are going that way, in that direction. For me, though, it's a lot of these companies who are doing it are not in the right state. Their data is not in the correct state. The old system of proverb is rubbish in, rubbish out. Right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time when we do the machine learning techniques, we don't understand it. We're effectively putting things into a machine without fully understanding exactly what the machine is doing, how it's treating certain customers, and so forth. And you're like, okay, we'll go with it. And because, I mean, to give you an idea, I've seen a case where a customer increased their excess, which should reduce the price, but the machine learning algorithm increased their price. I'm like, that's because that's what the machine learning algorithm is for.
Yeah.
So rather than rushing, I'm just like, let's wait, let's take our time, get everything data correct first, and then understand the machine learning tools that we're using, and then use it. And obviously, don't get me wrong, future AI machine learning, I can see it going that way, but let's get the basics right first before we start to rush into the shiny objects.
Yeah, definitely. That's always right. We need to make sure the prices work properly before we start trying too many new things. Brilliant. Well, it's been great talking this afternoon. Thanks a lot for meeting up. You have a good rest of your day.
You too, Jeremy. Thank you. Cheers.
Brilliant. Thanks. Bye bye.